All right guys, first exercise of the day, I'm gonna start up with some pull-ups. And before I get into my pull-ups, I'm gonna do some quick warm-ups, get the mobility rolling, get the blood flowing. First exercise, pull-ups. Let's get into it. So as you guys can see, when I'm doing the pull-ups, I'm really focusing on getting my shoulders back while keeping my chest up at the same time. As y'all can see, I'm getting my chest up and my shoulders back. And as I'm pulling in with my elbows tucked in. Look. Ooh. You always want to make sure that your chin goes above the bar. Also going to be covering the chin-ups. And the good thing is that the chin-ups are extremely similar as the pull-ups. The only main difference is that when you do the pull-ups, you have a supinated grip versus when you're doing the chin-ups, you have a underhand grip. And when doing pull-ups, you're gonna target your lats mostly, whereas whenever you're doing your chin-ups, you're gonna be targeting the biceps mostly. Let me show you guys how it's done. Not overhand, underhand grip. Remember guys, from here, same thing. Make sure that you get your chin above the bar and get your chest up. Let's go. Just like that, we have the chin-ups. All right guys, so for exercise number 2, after the pull-ups, now that our back are well warmed up and we have like this little lat pump, let's get into the barbell bench press. And when I do the barbell bench press, I always want to start off without any weight so I can make sure that I have a good warm-up and that I don't injure myself. Let me show you guys the form. When doing the barbell bench press, you gotta want to make sure that you have your chest up, shoulders pinned backward, and from here you want to put your shoulders down. So your shoulder blades has to be pinned backward and downward while maintaining your chest up and tense your core at the same time. Let me show you guys. Here, chest up, shoulders back. Now we're going to be doing the exact same thing for the next few sets, except we're going to be loading up a lot more weight. Let's go. Hey guys, and this is my usual working sets. This right here is 225 pounds, which is in kilos, 100 kilos. It's one of the biggest milestones a gym bro can first achieve. That was tough. Oh, tough last rep. Whoa, shit. I really want to remind you guys about the safety of this exercise. It's like, if you don't know how to perform the bench press properly and you go very heavy, there is a really big chance of you injuring your shoulders and your rotator cuff especially. So you really want to make sure, like, once again guys, keep your chest up, get your shoulders back, and keep stable. Be stable during the movement or you'll regret it. All right guys, so next up we're gonna have the incline dumbbell curls. For the incline dumbbell, you wanna make sure that you keep your shoulders on the back and your elbows by your side. And when I'm doing my curl, I'm not moving my elbows. Do not move your elbows when you're performing the curls. Keep your elbows stable, keep your shoulders back, keep them stable, and from here, curl up while keeping your elbows backward. Let's do more reps. And as you guys can see, I'm getting my dumbbells slightly outwards. I'm not starting inwards, I'm starting outward to really hit the long head of my bicep here. Oh, you're gonna feel the burn, holy fuck. I was doing my curls at the same time. For this set, I'm gonna do alternating curls. So instead of doing 2 at the same time, I go 1, and then the other. As you guys can see, I go very slow on the negative to really burn out my bicep. Put that time under tension. The slower you go down, the more tension you put on your bicep. That's called the negative. As it gets hard, fog the incline and you start cheating on your curls. Just a reminder, guys, if you guys feel your biceps during the incline dumbbell curls, it probably means that you're moving your elbows too much. You really want to make sure that you keep your elbows back and stable to not compromise your rotator cuff and your shoulder muscles. And if you're not able to do that, it probably means that the weight that you're choosing is just too heavy for you. So remember, train the muscle and not the ego. All right, guys, so next off, we're gonna have the body weight dips. And the reason why I like this exercise so much is because it is a really, really good compound pressing movement. In this movement, you're gonna be able to target your chest, your front delt, and your triceps at the same time. Right now, for the first 2 sets, I'm gonna be aiming towards my outer and lower chest. So I'll be leaning forward a lot to really target the outer and lower chest. Let's see. Same thing here. You know, when doing the dips, you really want to be careful with your movement, because if you're not careful, once again, you can hurt your shoulders. When doing the dips, it's quite similar as the bench. You know, you want to keep your shoulders in the back and tuck your elbows in when you're pressing. You don't want to flare your elbows out. So when you're doing your dips, don't flare your elbows out this way. Keep your elbows tucked in, chest up, shoulders back. Boom, let's rock and roll. See, as I'm leaning forward, I'm hitting my chest more. But just by leaning slightly backward, I'm hitting my triceps more. But we're gonna be leaning forward here. I don't know if you guys can notice, but for most of my working sets, I'm always going extremely close to failure. And the reason is because I want to put my muscles under a lot of tension so they can grow as I recover them. If it's not hard enough, because if you're not training hard enough, there is not a single reason your muscles should respect you, and there's not a single reason why they should grow. Take notes. All right, guys, and for next off, for the triceps, we're going to be performing the tricep pushdowns. Same thing, keep your shoulders on the back, and when you're pressing, when you're doing your tricep pushdowns, you want to make sure that your elbows and your arms are 90 degrees, all right? Don't go over your 90 degrees because you're going to lose the tension on your triceps. Over here, press 90 degrees, maintain the tension, maximize the tension, and then press down again. Do not lose the tension by going above 90 degrees. Let me show y'all. Here, back straight as well. Press down. Guys, and for today's last For the last exercise for today's workout, we're gonna finish off with the dumbbell side laterals. This exercise is gonna be your best friend if you wanna build up your middle belt, which is actually one of the most important muscles if you wanna look nice with a t-shirt. Because you know, when you're going out, you're having this nice little birthday party, you wanna look as white as possible. And the dumbbell side laterals is exactly what's gonna get you white as fuck. As you guys can see, I'm really going super light with this movement, and the reason why I'm going so light with this movement is because I want to be able to isolate my side delt as well as possible. The smaller the muscle, the better it is to go light. You want to go heavy on your big compound chest pressing movement. You want to go heavy on legs. You want to go heavy when you train back. But when you're doing these minor muscles, such as the biceps or the dumbbell side laterals, you want to go light. You want to burn it all out.